Good morning, everybody. First, let me introduce myself. I am Thanh Loan. My major is educational management. I come from faculties of education to the University, and my group member, Mr. Hồ Ngọc Trung Kiên. His major is information technology, and he comes from faculties of engineering technology to the university. Today, we are very honored to be here to make meaningful brand presentations. And the title of our presentations is Investigating to the University Students' Knowledge of Plagiarism. And our research includes the 6 major parts. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Chapter 3, Methodology. Chapter 4, Results and Analysis. And Chapter 5, Results. Chapter 5, Findings and Discussions. And the last chapter is Conclusion. First of all, let Mr. Trung Kiên talk to you the chapter 1 and chapter 2. Please, Mr. Trung Kiên.
Good morning, everybody. Thanh Mít Thanh Lo. My name is Trung Kiên. Today, I will talk about introduction and literature review. First, I will talk about introduction. It consists of 4 parts. Set a 1.1 background to the study. 1.2 aim or purpose of the study. 1.3 research question, and 1.4 significance of the study. 1.1 background to the study. Plagiarism is considered an act of dishonesty and a very serious ethical violation. However, sometimes research accidentally or intentionally still encounter plagiarism error in their research work. Nowadays, the problem of plagiarism has become whole or widespread and done in a most unfair of human activity, particularly in science. Toyomov University annually encourage scientific research activity of students and lecturers. However, the phenomenon of plagiarism among university students today is very alarming. Firming about situation, we have research on the stupid investigation Toyomov University student knowledge of plagiarism. 1.2 Aim or purpose of the study. We have 3 purposes set A. The first, explore Toyomov University student knowledge about the seriousness of plagiarism. The second, find out the most common type of plagiarism which committed by students. The last, analyzing and finding out the possible common reason a student unintentionally commit plagiarism. 1/3. Research question. We have 3 questions as follow. The recent one, how do Tuyumop University students understand the seriousness of the plagiarism? The question 2, what is the most common type of plagiarism committed by students? The last question, what possible common reason makes a student unintentionally commit plagiarism? 1/4 significance of the study. Theoretical. The problem of plagiarism in scientific research. Practical. Investigate, analyze, and assess Tuyumop University students and the study robustly. Recommendation. 2. Literature review. We have 2 issues. 2.1 Definition of plagiarism. 2.2 River research of plagiarism. 2.1 Definition of plagiarism. The first, from Office English Dictionary. The second, in the website plagiarism.org. And the next 4 ideas are online dictionary, study to seal and part of. To use without relating to source. To commit literary theft. And to reason a new and original an idea. 2.2 River research of plagiarism. A. Wang Hu and Zhang Li, 2011, reported on a method study of Chinese university student knowledge and attitude toward plagiarism in English academic writing. The research by Muhammad Razan, Muhammad Asif Minor, Nadam Sidiware, Muhammad Asif, 2012, in the research on awareness about plagiarism among university students in Pakistan. The result recognize plagiarism and non-plagiarism. The research by Phan Thị Diễm Hương and Nguyễn Thị Minh Nghĩa, 2017, explore the issue of awareness of plagiarism among students and young lecturers at School of Horticulture and Tourism, Huế University. And the research by Nguyễn Thái Ngọc Hà, 2018, had a recent survey of 303 students in the Faculty of Pedagogy, Anyang University. Research, lecturer, and student now plagiarism. The research by Nguyễn Thị Nga, and Hoàng Thu Trang, 2019, in the research on implementing integrity in scientific research in Vietnam today, current situation and solution. The research by Violet, Sibian Roberts, and Manuela Roboso, 2020, focus on student opinion on two issues relating to the honest practice. The research finds solutions to prevent plagiarism. Thank everybody for listening. The next part, Miss Thanh Long, take to you the chapter of the research. Please, Miss Thanh Long.
Thank you, Mr. Kiên. Let's now turn to the next part, Chapter 3, Methodology. This chapter of the study presents the research methods, populations and sampling, research instruments, data collection procedures, data analysis methods as well. Let's start with the research methods. In this study, we use quantitative methods. After the literature reviews on students' knowledge of plagiarism was conducted, we designed a questionnaire to investigate to the university students' knowledge of plagiarism. Then, the data was collected through Google Form surveys, from sending out emails and link surveys randomly to 100 students in different majors, freshman students to senior students at the universities. In relation to populations and sampling, in this study, 100 TDMU students in different majors, freshman students to senior students are taken as samples. An email was sent to 100 students, inviting them to complete the online surveys and providing them with an internet link to it. Regarding research instruments, the study used an online surveys as tools for collecting data. The online questionnaires was carefully created on Google Drive. This tool plays a key role to survey students' perceptions of the universities about plagiarism in scientific research. The online questionnaires was divided into two sections. The first section was entitled General Information. It consisted of questions about the student's major, the student's gender, the student levels, and questionnaire related to their experience in studying scientific research methods. The second section is entitled Students' Knowledge of Plagiarism. This section will focus on three sessions from the survey. This section aims to get information about the university students' opinions about the series of plagiarism. The most common type of plagiarism. The possible common reasons a student unintentionally commits plagiarism. And The online questionnaires was chosen for this study because they allows the process to be effective as researchers can reach a wider audience and obtain the results in real time. In addition to collecting large amounts of information for better decision making, they are reliable and fast way to collect data from many people in terms of COVID-19. Regarding data collection procedure, the data collection in the study will be given by 100 to the more students in different measures, freshman students to senior students, to collect information about students' knowledge of plagiarism. Survey questionnaire will be sent to 100 students through emails and in person through Google Form in July 2021. An email was sent to students inviting them to complete the online surveys and providing them with an internet link to it. When the data collections will be accomplished, the data analysis will be initiated. The valid questionnaire will be used for data analysis and interpretation. The results of survey questionnaires will reveal students' knowledge of plagiarism. Regarding the data analysis, after collecting data, we use SPSS and Microsoft Excel software to process quantitative information. Let's now turn to the next part. Chapter 4, results and analysis. The research results was compiled from the online surveys 100 participants. All of the collected data will be presented and analyzed in this chapter. We designed one questionnaire in this study. The questionnaires include two sections. General information, knowledge of plagiarism rated by freshman students to senior students. A percentage analysis is performed to know the results of the 23 items of the 3 questions. Firstly, we regarding question one, your opinions about the seriousness of plagiarism. Please, let's now look at the picture. The picture shows us majority of the respondents said they had strongly agree with plagiarism is a violation of academic ethics. Plagiarism is a violation of intellectual property law. Plagiarism hinders the development of science. Plagiarism is a violations of the rules of the Tuzumot University. A majority of the students also reported that agree with this idea. The majority of respondents said they are neutral with the item. Few to none reported strong disagree or disagree. Regarding the question 2, your opinions about the most common types of plagiarism. To find out what types of plagiarism was related to the participants' ability to recognize types of plagiarism. The study also investigates students' knowledge of the most common types of plagiarism. The following figures show the results for question 2. As shown this figure, a majority of the respondents said they had strongly agree with reasons published the works research of a group in the name of an individual. 30%. A majority of the students also reported that agree with these ideas. With 56%, the majority of respondents said they neutral with copy a past paragraph from a book article without citing the source. 25% feel to non-reported strongly disagree or disagree with these ideas. 0 to 5%. Regarding question 3, the possible common reason a student unintentionally commits plagiarism. This section aims to discuss the common reasons make a student unintentionally commit plagiarism. From this picture, you can see that few respondents said they had strongly agree with pressure of completing essays at the end of the course. A majority of the students also reported that they had agreed with easily access and download free materials from internet source, and the majority of respondents said they neutral with plagiarism became common. Few to non-reported strongly disagree or disagree with these ideas. Let's move on to the chapter 5, findings and discussion. In this chapter, outline our thoughts to define our research and to emphasize the significance of the research. This chapter will present findings and discussion to answer research questions listed in chapter 1. I like to focus on the findings. And the finding sections present the important data that was collected during the research process. The findings about plagiarism is violations of the rules of Tsutomu University in order to promote and develop the qualities of research. Tsutomu University has a specific documents on research ethics, which is noted to all lecturers and students. The students are aware of the rule of Tsutomu universities about plagiarism. The findings of the most common types of plagiarism are committed by students. These 10 types of plagiarism show that students use an easy way of getting information. In addition, a high percentage of students who are neutral with the variable. This means that students still don't have the correct perceptions of the above issue when they think that it is not plagiarism, and this can lead to unintentionally plagiarism in the future. The finding of the possible common reasons makes a student unintentionally commit plagiarism. This is a similar response from students who plagiarize due to the work assignment research is too difficult, weak writing skills, lack of skills in evaluating and organizing research resources, pressure of completing easy assignments at the end of the course, and a high percentage of students who blamed it on plagiarism became common. Easily access and download free materials from internet sources. Although in the document on research ethics of Tsutomu universities, also plagiarism is mentioned. Recommendation from faculties, lecturers about plagiarism, but a high percentage of students who blame it on. No recommendations from faculties, schools, publishers about plagiarism. Lack of citation skills from sources, lack of research, time management skills. The next point, I want to talk about the discussion of this research. From previous studies, as mentioned in the literature reviews, Phan Thị Diễm Hương, Nguyễn Thị Minh Nghĩa, in 2017, explore the issues of awareness of plagiarism about students and young lecturers at schools of hospitality and tourism, Huế University. The findings indicated that most students and young lecturers in the surveys clearly recognize several forms of plagiarism. 66.1% participants admitted to having copied a short sentence paragraph from the internet into their test essay thesis more than twice. 40% copy a part or sentence from someone else's test essay thesis articles into their own. And the form of doing homework for other others is also considered plagiarism, of which doing homework for other accounts for the highest rate of 40%. Doing the PowerPoint presentations for 22% and 11% for paragraphs in the essay. However, the percentage of survey participants who are never done homework presentations essay for other is also high, 25%. And in our study, the findings point to a high awareness level among students of 10 types of plagiarism. Lastly, the chapter 6. The chapter 6, conclusions and recommendations. In this chapter, we mentioned some limitations of the study, recommendations for Thủ Dầu Một universities, for students, and for future research. Concerning the conclusions, we in these investigations, the aims was to assess if students could understand the seriousness of plagiarism. The most common types of plagiarism was committed by students, and finding out the possible common reasons a student unintentionally commits plagiarism. The study will also answer 3 research questions. The conclusion that we have reached so far are that the study has identified the students have a greater awareness of serious of plagiarism. They understand plagiarism is cheating, serious from academic ethics. The ethics of plagiarism is merely the ethics of stealing. Plagiarism is a serious form of copyright violations, and plagiarism is a serious form of academic dishonesty punished by Thủ Dầu Một University. This means that the majority of students are aware of plagiarism and consequence of plagiarizing. The research has also shown that plagiarism is fairly common on campus, and students are aware of it. The finding points to a high awareness levels among students of the 10 types of plagiarism. And one of the more significant findings to emerge from this study is that cause of plagiarism includes the work assignment research is too difficult, with writing skills, lack of skills in evaluating and organizing research resources, pressures of completing essays, assignment at the end of the course, plagiarism became common. Easily access and download free materials from internet sources. And concerning limitations, as any other research, limitation of our studies is that The limitations is the number of participants in this study. In fact, there are around 15,000 around 15,000 students at Tuzhomo universities. So it can be seen that the collected results cannot be covered by all students. A larger study, including larger participants, is hence subjected for further research. In addition, the most important limitation lies in the fact that the study only investigated and analyzed the current situations up to the university students' knowledge of plagiarism, have not mentioned the practical solution to solve the opposed situations. Therefore, it is advisable to conduct further research which aims at offering the practical solutions to solve the opposed situations. And regarding recommendations, based on the above research results, we propose recommendations to raise to the university students' knowledge of plagiarism. First, to the university organize courses or seminars to understanding of plagiarism and scientific research skills. The Department of Science and Technology associate with program faculties regularly organize seminars on scientific research skills, citations, or skills to publish research works. The second, Tuzhomo University should set up plagiarism scanning tools users for lecturers to detect plagiarism. In addition to existing plagiarism detection tools in the world, Tuzhomo University need to set up specialized plagiarism scanning software for lecturers to limit students' plagiarism. Thirdly, Tuzhomo University faculties need to issue sanctions when detecting acts of plagiarism. And the last, Tuzhomo University students need to read many books, understand citation skills, so as not to make plagiarism mistake. We are presented to the university students' knowledge about plagiarism. Although we have tried our best to research, collect documents, investigate surveys, and analyze to the university students' knowledge about plagiarism. However, it is unavoidable the limitations and shortcomings in the progress of research. We would like to receive your contributions and additions to make our research more complete. Thank you for your attention.